On October the 14th, the largest planetary spacecraft ever built was launched from Kennedy Space Center, Florida. NASA's Europa Clipper has begun a 6-year journey to one of the 4 big moons of Jupiter. The main goal of the mission is to determine whether Europa has conditions that could support life. Europa is about the same size as our own moon, but has a very different interior. Information from NASA's Galileo mission in the 1990s showed strong evidence that under Europa's surface layer of ice lies an enormous salty ocean with more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. Scientists have also found evidence that Europa may host organic compounds and energy sources beneath its surface. Europa Clipper will travel 1.8 billion miles, 2.9 billion kilometers, on a trajectory that will utilize several gravity assists to rendezvous and enter orbit around Jupiter with the minimum of fuel expenditure. Its course will take it first to Mars in 4 months' time and then back to Earth for another gravity assist flyby in 2026. After it begins orbiting Jupiter in April 2030, the spacecraft will fly past Europa 49 times. In 2031, the spacecraft will begin conducting its science-dedicated flybys of Europa. Coming as close as 16 miles, 25 kilometers to the surface, it will deploy 9 science instruments and a gravity experiment, including an ice-penetrating radar, cameras, and a thermal instrument to look for areas of warmer ice and any recent eruptions of water. As the most sophisticated suite of science instruments NASA has ever sent to Jupiter, they'll work in concert to learn more about the moon's icy shell, thin atmosphere, and deep interior. To power those instruments in the faint sunlight that reaches Jupiter, Europa Clipper also carries the largest solar arrays that NASA has ever used for an interplanetary mission. With arrays extended, the spacecraft spans 100 feet, 30.5 meters from end to end. With propellant loaded, it weighs about 13,000 pounds or 5,900 kilograms. If the mission determines that Europa is habitable, it may mean there are more habitable worlds in our own solar system and beyond than imagined, because it seems that icy moons with subsurface watery oceans may be very common throughout the universe. Nor will Europa Clipper be working alone. Also on its way to explore Europa as well as 2 other of Jupiter's big moons, Ganymede and Callisto, is the European Space Agency spacecraft JUICE, short for Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer. Launched on April the 14th, 2023, JUICE will make 1 gravity assist flyby of Venus and 2 of Earth before arriving at Jupiter in July 2031. JUICE is the first spacecraft to a planet of the outer solar system not launched by the United States and the first set to orbit a moon other than Earth's moon. In December 2034, it will enter orbit around Ganymede, the biggest moon in the solar system, for a close-up science investigation.